Tupac, California Love.
Yeah.
And that's the big tune that Ricky will be coming out to when he has his celebrity boxing match. We're all looking forward to that, Rick.
Yeah.
Competition time, Carl?
Oh, Carl's looking forward to this. He's just getting all stressed about his half hour. Pete. Oh, go on. Go on,
it's
sorry.
just, we should have done this a lot earlier.
Why?
It keeps him hooked in. Right, if you haven't heard the game before, I'll give you some initials, bit of a cryptic clue, and those initials and the cryptic clue makes up some band. Might not be an XFM band, but it's a band or a pop group or an artist or something.
Yeah.
It's on
What's
email.
the feature called, though? What's the feature
It's
called?
called Rockbusters.
Rockbusters, yeah?
Absolutely.
Do you want to, will we do this on email?
I think we ought to, because you don't like taking calls from the public, do you?
Well, he can't work the machine.
No, that's absolutely right.
It's not that, it's just that then it's pretty fair for everyone because
Anyone who's got a computer, you mean? So it's open to anyone who's got, you know, a computer or a laptop at their disposal at this precise moment.
Anyway, there's some cracking prizes, Rick, you'll be pleased to know that, obviously, once again, Carl has, managed to collect together an arbitrary assortment of,
just looking
giveaway
round,
stuff.
looking round the office.
I mean, where did you get these from? I mean, seriously, where did you get them from? Because it's
Right,
such an arbitrary collection.
what have we got there?
I don't know what kind of a person would want these items.
Right,
It's such an arbitrary selection, I don't know what kind of person you'd be.
read them out, what have we got?
Well, there's another XFM compilation, which you've obviously nicked from somewhere in the office.
Yeah, it's
Fair
a
enough.
good compilation, remix to
There's
album.
an album here, which is a promo album with two pigs on the front. I think it's the Smashing Pumpkins
French
live.
Saunders.
I can't be certain.
Yeah.
This is the album. Didn't we give this one away last week? This is just an arbitrary compilation album. Again, one of those kind of.
Is that the actual one you didn't send, Carl?
No.
To say-
We've got a couple
I've
of
got
these,
a job lot of them.
Surprise,
Honest?
surprise, The Office
Oh.
on DVD, which is ludicrous.
Oh, I've seen it from here. What film? If it, listen, dear XFM listener, it's 2:30. You know, it's a bit windy out. You're
Probably gonna stay in this evening.
Maybe do a bit of shopping you got, and then stay in this evening. Or what film would you really want? No, I mean seriously. Think if you could see one film, right? What would you want to see?
DVD.
One of the big releases.
Yeah, it's great. Put them out of their misery, Steve. They'll be watching this tonight if they're a lucky winner.
It's the movie Stigmata. Stigmata with Patricia Arquette and Gabriel Byrne. So look forward to that.
Great.
That's the big one.
That is brilliant.
You're playing
oh,
for-
look at Carl's face. He's actually offended because he's the only one that puts any work into this show, and he's got competitions. He's got Educating Ricky, Rockbuster. He's got
the song with a story.
He's got a song with a story to come that he's like gone through them. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So you're playing for that collection of arbitrary goodies plus the big prize this week, Stigmata, featuring Gabriel Byrne.
Oh dear.
About a woman who I think starts bleeding from the hands. It's a horror film, I think. You'll have to be 18 or over
I've
to
seen
take
it.
part.
It's not terrible.
Sure.
It's all right. But
Is it better than Children of the Corn, which was a big giveaway last week?
I haven't seen Children of the Corn. Go on then.
Right, so
Next week, Teen Wolf 2.
Go on.
Here's the,
And Tony Banks's own solo album, Bank Statement. Tony Banks, remember, is the musician from the much-loved Genesis, but we've got that album to give away.
Alright then, so, right.
To win those exclusive prizes.
Go
on.
Yeah, you've got to email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I saw a sellotape dispenser out in the office
There's
as
a
well, if
pair
you
of
want.
gloves that I don't know who's out, but they're out there and they've been there for a week, so
Let's send them
pair
as
of
well.
gloves, a sellotape dispenser, and Tony Banks's solo album, Bank Statement.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Right, first one. Initials JT.
Initials JT. What's the cryptic clue?
Cryptic clue. At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Hold on.
Yeah?
JT, and what's the clue again?
At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Full of logs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, who could it be? JT. At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Yeah, go on,
Right,
next one.
second one, there's 3 of them you gotta get. Letter is W.
Yeah.
The clue, that lad's got bad asthma.
That lad has got bad
I've got that
asthma.
one already. I've got that
Yeah,
one already.
W.
Yeah.
And
okay.
finally, the last one is the letter C.
Yeah.
And, the cryptic clue
Is Carl is one of these.
Mousetrap is that musical, isn't it? This isn't the clue, by the way. It is called Mousetrap, isn't it?
There's not a musical.
It's not a musical,
it's a
but
play.
it's a whodunit sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, here's a clue. I saw that,
Imagine that. Imagine that on the real blockbusters.
Yeah, mate. Bob Owen is going, oh, can we stop a minute? Oh, you with the 9 teddy bears there. Mousetrap, that's a show, isn't it? In London, isn't it? I think so, Bob, yeah. Right, okay, here we go.
Yeah, carry on.
So
So the camera's back on?
Yeah, yeah.
So the letter is C, and the cryptic clue. I saw that mousetrap the other night, but the heating in the theatre was
What?
knackered.
What?
The heating in the theatre was knackered, right? Ruined it.
Well, I've got that one already as well.
Yeah?
I mean, these are the first one's hard, but the those two
So
are
just a quick
ridiculous.
reminder, JT was the first one.
At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Full of logs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second one, W, that lad's got bad asthma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the last one, C, I saw that mousetrap the other night, but the heating in the theatre was knackered, and it ruined the whole thing.
Okay. And ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk is the email address. You can win
I'm confused. with the river
various
full of logs,
treats,
actually.
including
I'm in a
Stigmata.
I'm in
with
a
Gabriel
river full
Byrne.
of logs.
Yeah.
I'm in a river full of logs.
Well, we'll do it in about 20 minutes. They've
Yeah,
got
you've
20
gotta
minutes to
stay
think
tuned
about
for
it.
the answers.
It's not the quickest, so don't go rushing and sort of messing it up. Think about it, and it's random email anyway, so there's no rush, alright?
And if you want to email, you're welcome to say, please do not send me the prizes even if I win. Welcome to put that on there if you don't want that junk in your house.
Right. The reason we usually sort of play a record out of an ad break, don't we?
Yeah.
Carl is so concerned with his little competition, he hasn't got a record ready.
Sure.
Got one.
Okay.
Sorry, are you?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a quick recap? Quick recap?
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
bother
yeah.
even to say it. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, go on,
Recap,
quick.
Still send your emails in. JT, it's some initials of a band, just in case you didn't hear it last week. If I said AK and an exploding pet, that would be Atomic Kitten.
Yeah.
Right?
They know what a clue is.
So JT, at the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Yeah.
W, that lad's got bad asthma. And C, I saw that mousetrap the other night. The heating wasn't working, it ruined the night. And, yeah, that's it. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Some stuff.
Stigmata. With Gabriel Byrne.
Richard Ashcroft. Check the meaning. Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. On XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant. Karl Pilkington, who's our producer. A proper producer now.
producer.
No, but it's more like it now, isn't it? Before he was someone who pressed the buttons, then he was someone who pressed the buttons who we just made talk like a performing monkey.
I hear he's going to be lured away by the Today programme on Radio 4. Because they've lost their news editor, I think.
Educating Ricky, quite topical.
Absolutely.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So when you say topical,
What do you mean
this is topical. Well, this happened ages ago.
Yeah.
Your words, not mine.
Have they got a Ricky who works there?
We can look into that.
So this is the
Carl
big
set a
prizes have got to be given
competition.
away, Rick. They've got to be given away.
This is Rockbuster.
We've got, obviously the big prize Stigmata this week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give the prize to Ira, I think it's Ira or Ira, but she or he, emailed in, the right answers and then said if you could enclose the receipt for Stigmata, that would be much appreciated. But I'm amazed by the number of responses we've had.
And someone wants a copy of Tony Banks's solo album, which I was mucking around, so we'd better buy that in the week to give it away, because I think that'd be an amazing prize to give away.
If you just give the clues
do
again.
the clues and then just give the answer.
Come
Come
on.
on.
What the answers are.
Right, well, the one that everyone was struggling with was the first one. So
Yeah.
I'll save that. So we'll go to the second one. W,
Yeah,
that lad's got bad asthma.
yeah, we know that.
That was Weezer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, well done.
The last one, C, the clue was, I saw that mousetrap the other day. The heating was knackered in the restaurant.
Yeah.
In the restaurant?
In the theatre.
Yeah.
And it ruined the night.
Yeah, so it was a cold play, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a cold
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
And JT, at the moment, I'm in
No,
a
I
river-
can't think of this one.
At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Well, I have to say there were some wrong answers. What was it again?
It was Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. We had some wrong answers that included Jethro Tull and James Taylor. I don't know how that relates to it at all.
I'm annoyed at Lake
Yeah.
when he clearly said river. I mean, that's the first thing that cropped up. Not I'm in some water full of logs at the moment. Yeah, I'm in some water full of logs. But he actually had to say river, so not lake. That annoys me. I mean, I didn't get it. Fair enough. I should have worked it out. I should have tried to think
lot of
like
people
you.
did get it.
A lot of people obviously think like you, which is which I'm, worried about. But yeah, James Taylor is great.
that's just someone-
James Taylor.
Just
yeah,
someone guessing.
yeah. James
So,
Taylor works.
Have we got a winner, Steve? He's just going to randomly pick one.
I did have a winner. I've just lost them.
Oh,
Needless to say, that lucky person.
won't be watching Stigmata tonight. Just randomly get. It's a draw,
random.
by the way. It's not the
It's
first
just-
one. or
okay,
anything.
I'll just-
I said to Carl in the break, I said, "Is the first one in?" He went, "No, I don't want a competition that relies on speed because I don't want to be rushed."
Okay,
So randomly click on someone.
I'm just gonna randomly click on one.
Go on.
They've not put an address.
Well, what we can do, we can email back and say, send us your address.
Well,
Of course you can.
I think if they haven't put an address.
Well, no, let's read
Okay,
it
hang on,
out.
alright.
Yeah.
Chris Beaumont.
He's
Yeah,
the
lucky
winner.
Chris Beaumont as
Chris
one.
Beaumont will be watching Stigmata tonight with a club of Hagen-Dazs, if I'm not much mistaken.
So
He'll be loving it.
Well done to Chris.
Need his
Yeah.
address. Right then.
That's the end of that competition.
Right,
Can we
ne-
play a record or something?
Well,
Carl's been on holiday again, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Carl, you don't do anything.
And you have weekends off. You take at least 5 or 6 weeks holiday a year, even though you haven't got a job now. You're meant to be doing this, and yet you still
So
go
your
on
whole
holiday.
life's a holiday, basically.
Yeah, why do you need a holiday to you potter around? Your big day last week was going to the cobblers. So why do you need a break so much this
oh,
week?
it's just that, you know, it's good for your brain and that, isn't it? It opens it up a bit.
You are not evidence for that.
Where did you go
Gran Canaria.
for a week?
Yeah.
Just sitting around.
Well, there isn't much else to do at Gran Canaria. I mean, I don't want to go slagging a place off because every time I seem to talk about somewhere, get into trouble for it. But it's just like a big rock. It's just volcanic, innit? It's
And
just,
you must have looked like a little barnacle on that.
Have you been there before?
been near it before to another rock, which was just.
But
it was
why
the
you
same
had your
sort of
fingers
thing.
burned? Why did you go back?
Because you think, well, they can't have loads of these islands that are the same, like just a big rock with hotels on. They can't get away with it. So you think,
And they
well, the
obviously
next
are
one.
getting away with it. But why do you keep going to these places that are rocks? Why don't you investigate first? Ask your travel agent, is this a giant rock?
Because that's what you do, innit? You go and find out yourself. I mean, when Armstrong went to the moon, what was he expecting up there? That's a fact. That's a big rock, and he still went all that way.
I don't know what that point was.
No, so
Fair enough.
what I'm saying is though,
What do you make of this place? You enjoy it, Gran Canaria? It was just a big rock, but did you
I bet the moon was better.
Really?
What did you do?
It was just one of them. It was a big hotel, like big, massive places where there's loads of people, and you know you go for your dinner.
That describes a hotel.
Yeah.
No,
Sounds like that to me.
You've nailed that.
I've been to a few, that sounds like it.
No, but do you know what I mean though? There's the nice small ones where it's just enough people, but this is like mental, and it was full of old people really. I mean that's probably why it's called Gran Canaria, right? Because there's just old
Grannies
people.
everywhere.
Yeah, right. But what I thought I'd start doing is start a diary.
Okay, why?
Just because I sort of had a bit of time on my hands and that. Just thought, write it down, write stuff down.
And do you hope that this one day will become one of the great literary documents like Samuel Pepys' diary?
I haven't heard of that. Is it any good?
You've never heard of Samuel Pepys' diary?
No,
The most famous diary other than probably Anne Frank's.
I've heard of Anne Frank's and that, and I thought if she's sat in a loft, knocking stuff up, not much going on in her life at that point, yet she
Sure.
was still writing it down.
Yeah, whereas
Thought,
you've
well,
been
I'm
to
on
Gran
holiday.
Canaria, yeah.
I thought, so there is stuff going on that I can chat about. Start a diary.
Sure.
You started a diary.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? Did you keep it up every day?
Yeah, just,
Oh, can I read it, please?
well, a diary is meant to be sort of...
Please, can I read some out on this podcast? Carl.
Some of it, though, is only relevant to me. It's sort of...
Oh, this is. Please give me it. Oh my God.
I mean, this isn't... I haven't just...
Look how big it is!
It's
Oh
one
my
of those
God.
desk diaries.
It's huge. It's about a foot long, and it's Oh, that is amazing. Imagine if Anne Franks had been like that. As she got out, right? Everyone would have heard it clank down on the desk.
Yeah, but my writing's quite big, isn't it?
Oh look! Give us
Oh,
that. Give us that.
Do you know about joined up writing? Have you
This
heard
is
about
There's
that?
no point.
Amazing.
Sometimes you can't read it, can you? So it's
Right.
best to
Okay.
look at ancient
look!
times.
Oh my God! It starts on the first day. This is wonderful. Going on holiday to Gran Canaria today. Woke up to the news that Tony Banks had died. There was a piece on the news about how everyone was shocked. Got me thinking about an invention that would be good. Right, a watch that counted down your life. If it says you've got 3 days left, go to the doctors. Told Suzanne about invention. She said she wouldn't buy one. But she said that about the iPod.
How would this device work? This watch? I mean, how would you know when you were about to die? Is that a concern? Again, not for you to worry about, presumably the boffins and
No, all I was thinking is that Tony Banks fella, you know, he died and everyone was shocked about it. But if you had like a little watch on...
But how did it work? You can't just say, wouldn't it be good? How would this work? Yeah, I imagine you in the patent office going, got an idea. They go, oh, certainly, Mr. Pilkington, what's your idea? Watch, they're counting down your life. Oh, how does that work?
Just wear it, just pop it on your wrist.
No, what do you mean, just pop it on your wrist? How does it work? Just pop it on your wrist. Brilliant. You're an idiot.
Well, it's interesting that he goes on. The flight to Gran Canaria was a bit bumpy. I thought about the clock that counts down your life again, and I wondered if it would know if you were going to die in a disaster. No, he's querying his own design.
He's wondering if it would know. He's invented this.
Now he's not even sure. A fella on the plane was reading Koi Mag. It was a fishing magazine. I glanced over and noticed he was reading the Pond of the Month article. Don't think they could make it into a weekly magazine. Well, to be fair to you, because I remember seeing a guy on the train once reading Carp Monthly, a magazine dedicated entirely to carp, and it had Carp of the Month. And I just thought, you know, once you're like 3 months in, the editor must be stressing if we've got any more carp. We got a carp that's actually done anything.
I reckon if they used the same one twice, there wouldn't be many complaints.
No one would be noticing.
No, that's the carp they used 2 years ago.
There was a really fat bloke on the plane. He was playing on his PSP. While I waited to go to the toilet, I looked at what game he was playing. It was darts. He's that fat and lazy, you can't even face playing a more active game on a games console. Me and Suzanne got off the coach along with a couple of old people. One of them was in a wheelchair. I don't think it was wise of them to come to a volcanic island with a wheelchair. Everywhere's pretty rough paving and slopey. Guess I'll keep an eye on it as the weeks go on. Day 2 in Gran Canaria.
Brilliant, we're only at day 2.
The hotel's a bit odd. I've never seen as many cross-eyed people in one location.
That's enough, isn't it?
That's amazing!
Well, you may as well let me read on a bit more.
No, this is amazing.
Well, come back to
This
it
is a
later
brilliant diary. This might be the best diary ever written. Oh.
While sat listening to the Kinks on my iPod, I wondered if everybody thinks in their accent. I know I do. What's this? What are you talking about?
Just that, you know, when I've been sat there lying on the lounger, right, and I was thinking about stuff.
How do you know you think in your accent? Tell me a typical thought.
Because what I mean is, say if I was like, if I saw something, right, do you know how I say, like, oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, but
that was
I don't
being
have
said.
to. But when you think, I don't think the sentence is like I'm saying it. It's just a thought. The thought appears. It's conceptual and it's already there. It's not like I go, Rick, what? Just looking at that fellow over there, were you? Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was thinking it looks a bit weird. Oh, so was I. I don't think out whole sentences.
Whereas you have Carl, stop listening to the Kinks for a minute. Look over there. More cross-eyed people.
No, well, that's
Is that how your mind works?
In a way, yeah. And
Brilliant.
that's when because I
That
thought
explains a lot.
It's great that he has to think of that whole sentences.
because I thought that's weird, isn't it? Right, I didn't think that's weird, isn't it? And I thought I actually think in my accent. And then I thought, does Stephen Hawking, does he, when he's doing his maths and that, is he? I don't know where he's from, so I don't know what his accent would be like.
I think he's from Kent or Cambridge or Oxford. Or something like
Right,
that.
so
you think he might think in his
voice, in that voice,
his computerised
box thing.
voice?
Just wondered.
Had lunch inside today due to shite weather. Sat next to an old fella. Old men's ears and noses carry on growing as they get older. Suzanne noticed his fingers were fat too. Maybe they continue to grow. Suzanne didn't laugh when I said her arse had the same problem. Day 3, cloudy start to the day. Had pie and chips in a cafe. Had a bit of an argument with Suzanne because I thought it was daft that we were paying for food when we were on an all-inclusive holiday. Changed my mind when I saw they sold pie though. The cafe was called Tattoos. The fellow who owned it didn't have any tattoos. But we never saw his wife.
Oh, brilliant.
Had a drink in a bar. Everyone sat and watched one of the local cats lick its bollocks.
It's the greatest holiday in the world. That's the entertainment in that town.
Went back to the hotel and had a sleep before tea. I love the fact you're moaning about old people, but you're just as bad.
You've done nothing so far.
He's done nothing, he's got a big hip. Woke up to news about ducks being badly treated. There was a really ugly one with bent legs.
I'm gonna die! Why does he write this down? Oh, God. Oh.
There is a fat bloke from Bolton who is in the pool as I write this. He's got a big tattoo on his back, but I can't work out what it is. ... He just got out of the pool and burped. You just felt like you had to keep us abreast of that.
Everything's in the diary. I just seen it get to the point where you're going, breathed in,
Yeah.
breathed out again.
There was a big fat fella in the sea who kept his t-shirt on. If you're big and fat, is there more chance of you getting burnt because there's more of you on show? I asked Suzanne, and she said she didn't know in that sort of not listening kind of way. I wanted to hang about to see if the fat bloke was going to get in the kayak, but Suzanne said we had to head back. Just let him wait in to see if he's going to capsize. We go home today, so we got up early to get the last bit of cloud.
No, it's just that it wasn't. It's not that sunny all the time. I mean, I was sat in weather that if it was like that here, there's no way to be sat in the garden.
Yeah.
But because you're on holiday, it's like, well, we got to sit in it. Put your coat on.
So are you going to continue to write this diary? Every single day?
It's amazing. Keep this diary up. It's amazing.
No, I will keep it up, because what I find as well is, I think earlier on before I went away, I think I did learn something, and because I wrote it down, I remembered it a bit better. So
What was that?
I just was thinking then, I forgot it now, but but I remembered looking back at it and not having to read it all, because I remembered the end of it before I read it, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
When you're a kid, like, any American you ever meet is the coolest thing. It doesn't matter if it's a huge fat bloke wearing Bermuda shorts and a camera on his neck. It's cool, because they speak with an American accent.
Well, that is cool.
And they say...
Being a huge fat bloke in Bermuda shorts is cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
I'm growing into that look, says Rick. 41.
The Canadian tourist look.
Absolutely. But no, so anything, you know, sidewalk.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could say, like, when I was sort of 14, if I could have said sidewalk, fender, you know, I always wanted to go into a sandwich shop and just order something on rye.
I want to be one of those 80-year-old sort of Yiddish blokes. Those old, you know, sort of like old vaudeville Jewish guys. That, you know, they sit in diners and talk, you know, like Walter Matthau talks.
Right,
in terms of that. I wanna grow into that, a long coat, and I'll go, ish.
Oy vey.
Yeah, maybe I'll start.
Yeah. Well, convert to Judaism initially.
Yeah.
Be your first port of call, and then just tour the vaudevillian, you know, circuit.
Yeah.
In the Catskills.
Or
of
the
America.
might, some kind of schmuck.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What do you, Carl, would you like to be American?
No, not at all.
Really?
Got me nerves. When I was in,
Get on me nerves!
A whole nation there, reduced.
when I was in Barbados at Christmas,
Oh, name dropping.
right?
Yeah.
There's loads of them there, because that's...
Was that when you were doing a bit of extra sort of waiting? Was that you were sort of your girlfriend was cleaning rooms, wasn't she?
Went there for Christmas, and there's loads of them there, because that's like really close to America. That's like Blackpool is to Manchester type.
It's
thing.
exactly like that.
Yep.
So
I think that's the analogy a lot of Americans use.
So,
But I think they call it the tropical Blackpool.
but they were going on.
That's only all the brochures, I'm sure.
Listen, right,
Yeah.
And serious now, but
Yeah,
we're going on
serious.
about the September 11th thing.
Yeah.
But they call it the, of course, this is American. Of course,
Brilliant.
the 9/11.
The 9/11.
That's what they call it.
Really? Oh, that's awful. That is, so it's like people who say 24/7.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm working
Americans
my
say
ass
that.
off 24/7.
Well, Americans that say
Yeah.
that. Well, they're allowed though.
Oh, Americans are.
Yeah.
I'm talking about an English person who might say it.
Yeah.
Fool. Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Do that American accent again?
Yeah, of course, the 9/11.
Where are you from?
What? Can we
Which part of America is that?
That's how they sounded in Barbados.
Sure.
Sure. But
Can
Carl,
you do any other impression?
but Carl doesn't. I very much doubt that Carl likes newfangled countries like America.
Yeah.
He doesn't like London.
No, true.
So he's not gonna
Have you been
like.
to America?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Went to Florida. No, they got me again.
Got on your nerves?
Yeah. Went for some food.
Yeah.
And it was the last few days. I didn't take much money with me, and we were in Florida, and we were hungry, and we went for some steak. And we had our dinner and that, and I think it's their equivalent to the Angus Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Right. And sat down, had the steak, and that's huge, big portions. But anyway, we didn't have much money left, and we had like another 2 days left, so we didn't have much money for a tip. Do you know over there they expect it?
Yeah, a big tip, yeah.
So we left what we could, and I don't know what it was. It might have only been the equivalent to 60 pence.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to do that much. We didn't have loads of courses because we didn't have much money. So he brought us like the main course, and I don't know, a couple of Diet Cokes. And anyway, left them the 60p.
Yeah.
On the way out, and he comes running over. Excuse me, sir, you can have this back. Because it wasn't enough. I mean...
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
What did you say?
I said, alright then. 'Cause I didn't have- well, I needed it. I mean, I thought it was nice to leave them something, but obviously it wasn't enough, so he got us a couple of more.
Is it good fun with you on holiday? I mean, do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Do people go with you on holiday?
I get bored after about 4 days.
You surprise me.
What do you expect out of a holiday, Carl? What do you go
Sort
for?
of soak up some of the culture.
Yeah.
You liar! You liar!
What did you learn about Barbados while you were there?
A lot of crabs on the beach.
I just imagine him sitting there with his knotted hanky on his head. I like that.
Not bad.
Bit of Gary Newman there. That's Richard X and Sugar Babes. Our Freaks Electric.
Is that one of those things where they've taken one song and they've laid it over the top of the other?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's good. No,
it's good.
I like that. Good.
Yeah, it's good. Classy.
Yeah. Well, we're nearly done, aren't we?
We are almost finished.
Which is a couple of great tracks.
With a few laughs.
Maybe we've had a few laughs, haven't we?
Exactly.
I've perked up.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
You've
no,
lost it here a bit though. You feel a bit. It sounds like you're a bit down again.
Well, it's, that's just 2 hours work in
Okay.
one long
Sure.
stretch.
Yeah.
I reckon we could do a 3 hour show now.
No.
No?
No.
Skin of the teeth, sort of just.
Yeah, we barely got away with this.
Really?
This is beginning to fall apart now.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh.
But yeah,
it's
we've had a
been
good
fun,
time.
though.
We've had a few laughs, as I say.
I just think of Carl on the beach. He said he started winding the crabs up because he got bored. He started throwing sand at them. It's like a child's experiment.
When you were in California, you weren't aggravating butterflies, were you? Because, that's a misdemeanor.
Scary though, the weather's really freaky.
Where?
In California.
Is it?
Yeah. In the day it's dead nice, come 6 o'clock it goes black, and then
Right.
the rain comes down. It's freaky.
Is that every single day, Carl, or was that just the week you were there?
Every day, I was there for about a week, it happened every day.
So as far as you're concerned, that happens all year round?
Yeah, good thing.
So what you're saying is if people are booking a holiday, they should be conscious of this, because it will always happen.
Californian
I
tour.
That's
I think
fact.
It does. I think it does.
But why did you start throwing sand at crabs, by the way?
Just because you get bored on the beach, you sat there, you look around, and then I saw these crabs and I was watching the way they move around and
Yeah.
what they
Funny,
do,
innit?
Sort of to.
Did that annoy you, the way they moved?
No, I mean it works for them,
Good of you.
but it was just what I was weighing up is they're quite close to the sea, so I
Sure.
was watching the sea come.
They like it close to you, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't like it too close.
No.
So like the sea was coming close to them, they'd run towards me.
Yeah.
So as the sea came in to them, I was chucking sand the other way, and it was like, ooh,
They didn't know what to do.
they didn't know where to go.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How long did that keep you occupied for?
The last 3 days I was there. maybe.
Have you ever seen, I don't know if I've described this before, do you remember a classic Paul Daniels episode where Paul is having tea with some baboons, I think? Chimps, full circle. And he's got a little box, and inside the box is a mirror. And he gives it to the chimp, and it looks in the box, and it's confused by its own reflection, it can't figure it out. So it's looking behind the box, trying to figure out, is there another monkey behind it?
Yeah.
Goes on like that, it's dazed and confused. It was there for weeks, just staring into it. I imagine you're a bit like that on the beach with the
Yeah,
crabs.
that's great.
I think that's my analogy.
Paul
Paul Daniels chimps.
Yeah. I kept a crab once for a week. When we went to Bognor, it was me, my mum and my nan in an...
Oh, party time. Oh, man alive.
Look, you
I bet
haven't,
the
you haven't
fun never
lived.
stopped.
You haven't lived until you've woken up to the sound at 3 o'clock in the morning of your nan having a wee in a tin bucket and echoing round a caravan.
Man alive.
Yeah, I was about 9.
You'd brought a chick back.
I was about 9, right? And I just kept a crab in a first day I
In the
found
bucket?
It, in a. I don't know where it came from. No, I found it on the beach and I brought it back and I kept it in a little bowl in the sink. And then the last day, it started to smell a bit. And then the last day, my mum said, "Go and put it back." And I went and put it back. So I had a pet crab for a week.
And did it die? What happened to it?
No, it just got bored.
Sure.
It just, it didn't do a lot.
Did it start throwing sand at you? Oh. Listen, I think we better play some music because we've got a few songs to squeeze in. I just wanted to play a track. I was watching MTV the other day and I was a bit confused.
Yeah, so was I like that.
Because, I saw a video for the Electric Soft Parade's Silent to the Dark.
Yeah.
But it was called Silent to the Dark 2, but it was the same song. It sounds like they've redone it. The video is different to the old video. I was very confused. Hopefully someone will phone in and solve it for me. Anyway, this is the original Silent to the Dark. Still a good track. Let's hear it, Carl. Silent to the Dark, the debut single by the Electric Soft Parade.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very good choice there.
Apparently discovered by XFM, is that right, Carl?
Yeah, sent a tape into Claire Sturgis.
You see?
Big time now.
What did she do with it? Sold it.
Yeah.
Got a little £5 starter bag of skag.
Exactly. Oh,
And the
bless
rest is history. Well, I've enjoyed myself.
I have.
But can I just say, we don't just like, you know, muck around and do stupid things and play great music. We're also informative. And
We
I'm
are.
going to leave London with this tip that Carl, for no reason, just told me. Do you want to do it, Carl, or shall I tell him what you just said?
Rick, we haven't got much time, you better explain it.
Okay. If you got, he said, you've been on the Millennium Wheel. I went, no. He went, well, if you do, here's a tip. Go when there's lots of disabled people on there. And I was up for it. I went, why? He went, you get more for your money. Because they have to keep stopping and letting them off. You get an extra 6 minutes. Alright?
Good, solid advice if you're
So
maybe
do
gonna
that
get there
then.
today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks.
Song for the ladies, Rick. I'll leave you with Lamb Chop. A lot of people aren't a fan of Lamb Chop for some reason. They don't like the way he sings, but this is a beautiful song.
That's the reason.
Up with people. See ya.
Bye.